to show respect to the audience and respect your own business. It was a way to protect it.
And I'm Kayfabe Avenue, and I'm Kayfabe Focus.
And I'm E.A.
It's Kayfabe Avenue.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's the faces, casual wrestling fans, and all you smart marks. I'm Kayfabe AJ.
And I'm Kayfabe Focus.
And this is Kayfabe Avenue, and tonight we're bringing you the AEW Dark Wrap Up. And as always, week in and week out, AEW Dark gives you a lot of matches. There's a lot to unpack. So let's get straight into it, Focus. Let's run down the match card. What's the first match?
So the first match we have the FTW champion, Brian Cage, and he's coming out with Taz's son, Hook, and he's facing John Skyler, which is a brand newcomer. He's been here a couple of weeks now, and basically he's not got to get his first win here. Brian Cage basically steamrolls him and just gives him.
That's pretty much the best way you could have described this. Was a steamroll, straight up squash match. I don't even remember the opponent's name. There was really nothing memorable that I remember as far as the opponent doing. I don't remember any offense.
He got any type of offense, and to tell you the truth,
I mean,
it was just domination after domination,
as it should have been. Got on the shoe. Brian Cage is a huge dude. Act like it, and especially going into this rivalry with Darby Allin, he has to build up those wins so he can look dominant.
He has to build up that credibility. He needs to look like a monster. He needs to keep on doing,
especially considering he just lost his last match against Darby one-on-one.
I think that what they should start doing is make him take on handicap matches. So
two people at once, stack them up. But he has this with a drill claw, which is a pretty devastating move. I've seen a couple of people do it in AEW, but he does it with like a pile driver impact, so it looks really dope, really impactful. And yeah, squash match. Let's move on.
All right, next match we have Big Shotty Lee Johnson coming out with Arn Anderson, and they're repping the Nightmare Family. And then we have Serpentico coming out with Luther, repping the Chaos Project. This was a pretty good match. I like the fact that Lee Johnson is starting to gain momentum. They're starting to put a little bit of worth behind them. They had Arn Anderson come out, even though he's still banned from the barbecue.
He's definitely still banned for horrible management skills.
But Lee Johnson, it shows his growth. I mean, he's still far away from picking up the 29 wins to reestablish his credibility to everybody. But, he's slowly getting there. I think this match with Serpentico was pretty good. And, there's only could keep nothing but bright futures for.
So who was the winner? Who was the winner of this match?
Well, Big Shotty picked up the win with the Blue Thunder Bomb, and it was what can I say? It was a great match.
Well, he's like you said, he's starting to get his little run going, so maybe he'll get that 29 to counterbalance the losses he took over the past year. But I got two things out of this match. One, the Nightmare Family starting to actually support their crew, which is shocking. You're still banned. And two, WWE, pay attention. This is how you book a Puerto Rican luchador without making him a stereotypical Mexican copycat. Take notes. So good match overall. What's the next match?
Next match we have Eddie Kingston versus JD Drake. And JD Drake, this is his AEW debut. He was wrestling in Evolve until WWE brought up the promotion. He was one of the wrestlers that they decided not to move forward to an NXT. And basically, this was a great roughneck match. Lots of hard-hitting chops, lots of sloppy moves and everything coming from both of them. It looked like a real old-school 1980s Southern match.
I feel like you need guys like this to make Eddie Kingston look like a technical god in comparison. And I think the other guy was like the Ted Mosby of wrestling. Nothing much working, but the boots pulling them off. He had the
Yeah,
red cowboy boots on.
I like the fact that he was able to do a moonsault and everything and hold them off.
Yeah,
So
for a pretty huge guy himself.
and then he also did a cannonball when Eddie Kingston was in the corner, and Eddie Kingston, that is Eddie Kingston. He just does his spinning back fist, and he picks up the win.
Yeah, he did that move so fast. I thought it was a straight up regular punch.
Yeah,
But spinning back fist for the win. Eddie Kingston piling on some victories. Good stuff. I like Eddie Kingston's promos. I just want to see more out of his in the ring game.
yeah.
So move on. Let's go with
Next
this
we
next
have
match.
legit Layla Hurst versus Brooke Havoc from the Nightmare Factory, and Cody Rhodes came out for like 2 seconds.
I'm like, why is Cody even here? Like, okay, now you guys, I guess somebody's chiming in and telling you guys we've been bitching for the past year that the Nightmare Family's not doing much. You're trying to do the Dark Order thing now.
It's
Okay,
not gonna work.
okay, it is not because it comes off disingenuous when we know Cody could care less to be out there.
Like
Um,
he was literally there for like 2 seconds,
he was like,
and
"Oh,
all right, I'm gonna go
I'm
back.
gone."
I'm gonna go back. I'm sorry.
So Layla Hirsch, noticeably new music, new theme. So it looks like they put in some the AEW money and some backing behind her. So hopefully we see some big things from her. You said that the other girl, Havoc, ended up getting injured in this
Yeah, she
match.
tore her ACL.
So I didn't get to see the point in the match where that happened. I couldn't pinpoint it.
That was the one where the after she had Leela Hurst stuck in the ropes and whipped her to the other corner. She actually landed wrong when she stepped down, and she was still able to finish the match. She was actually also did a Cazadoro sunset flip too, despite the fact that her leg was injured.
Not bad, not bad.
So, but Layla Hurst gets the win with the cross arm maker. So, nothing but big things for Layla
I
Hurst.
love Layla Hirsch. I mean, I haven't been bored yet. Put it like that. I haven't been bored yet. Very strong woman, athletic, and good, Japanese wrestling background as well. So can't hate on that. I just want to see her kind of elevate through the ranks and make it to Dynamite more often. I know she was on, I think, last week,
For
but
the
it's
tournament.
for the tournament, right? But I want to see her on a more consistent basis. I think she could bring a lot of the other women up. She probably doesn't have much mic skills and character work so far. Well, we haven't even gotten a chance to see it, but I want to see more from Layla. I like her a lot.
Yeah. So next we have Jurassic Express with Marco Stunt, and they're facing Angel Fashion and BSK. Not really much to say about this match. Uh,
Except
just
the fact
basically,
that Jurassic Express looked really good, and they're taking these dark matches to pretty much test new finishers. Last week was that what was it? It was like a rolling power bomb or something like
it was the belly to back suplex,
belly back, yeah, belly to back suplex into like a rolling sunset bomb or
to
something
the
like that.
sunset bomb. Yeah.
Crazy. Dark Order's been taking a few notes from them too. I guess they're going back and forth on who could get the better finisher of the week. But Jurassic Express definitely been testing the game out and stepping it up in the ring. I definitely want to see Jungle Boy elevate a little bit more too. I like the fact that he's breaking out of that jungle gimmick.
Yeah. So Jurassic Express gets the win here. There's no surprise with that. Next, we have our sixth match, which is the head trainer of the Nightmare Factory, QT Marcel, and he's coming out with his student, uh, newly Nightmare Family, Nick Camarado, and they're facing JJ Garrett, which is a brand new wrestler from
I don't
Harlem.
care. I don't care. And you know why I don't care?
Why?
Because QT Marshall, you are ducking Fuego. All right? You don't want the tornado DDT. You're ducking it. And until you meet Fuego on Dark or on Dynamite, which is not gonna happen, Fuego's a stand-in in the crowd on Dynamite. But until I see you face Fuego, no respect for QT over here.
What about on um What do you think about JJ Garrett though?
I was so distracted that he wasn't Fuego. nah, JJ Garrick. It was a pretty good match, but I felt like it was just meant to put over QT. So in that regard, he did his job. He did pretty well. I would have to see more from him to really give a further statement on him.
Yeah, I thought this match was pretty good. I like when he did that twisting senton splash and also that turnbuckle sent a flipping senton that he did as well. Like it was kind of like a Vader bomb type of flipping senton. I think that was pretty good. But QC Marshall gets the win with the diamond cutter. So shout out,
Which I will give him credit for. That shit looks smooth, brother.
yeah.
Comparatively to like DDP,
Comparatively speaking.
it looked really good. It looked like DDP was like, here, it's mine. You can do it exactly how I do it.
Yep. So next we have Platinum Caster with
With the bars.
with the bars and Anthony Bowens versus Marco Stunt. So
Yo,
Max Caster comes out saying that Marco Stunt looks like Jungle Boy was stuck in the dryer
yeah,
and
he killed.
that he looked
That
like
was grade A smoke fest.
and that he looked like Donnie from the Wild Thornberries and
Yo, that gimmick. Some people might not be on it because it's like the John Cena thing from back in the days, but this guy is so fucking entertaining with it though. Like you could tell it's like cheesy suburban rap kind of, but the man really do got like stingers and
I
like
mean his
bars.
flow is pretty good too.
Yeah, I mean, maybe
So
we need another beat to test that, but not yo.
no, he's been
He won
dropping
the
music
match just
videos.
off the strength of the freestyle before the match.
I mean, he's been dropping music videos as well, so he's been
Yeah, no,
flowing to the
that's
beat. So I
that's been
think he's
good
pretty
too.
good.
Um, as far as the match goes, it was pretty good. It wasn't like a complete domination. Marco really did get some stuff in, which to me is always surprising because I'm so distracted by how small Marco is in comparison. Like I think we spent like 3-4 minutes like contemplating his height compared to like us, at home and
Yeah,
stuff. Like these guys, like you think Marco is super short, but he's like an average height in
yeah,
reality. And all these other guys are fucking titans.
yeah. They're tall as fuck.
So, as far as the match goes, it was great.
Caster hits
Caster was hilarious.
Caster hits the mic drop for the victory. Um,
I don't know how I feel about that still as a finisher, but I won't nitpick it as much. After the window, the kissing of the hand. Why is he doing that? You weirdo. But what made me laugh was after he pinned him, he kind of like with like zero effort to move his legs off him, just completely like drags himself, his whole body across Marco like he wasn't shit. Yo, the dude is hilarious. He's if the purpose is to get under people's skin, I can see how it's worked for other people, but this man makes me laugh every time. He's
yep.
great.
So next we have a tag team match. We have 3 and 4, Alex Reynolds and John Silver of the Dark Order, and they're facing Louis Valley and Chris Peaks. And it seems like Louis Valley and Chris Peaks is a some sort of tag team, as you know they came with matching trunks and everything. But they're facing the Dark Order, so of course they're not going to get the win. And Alex Reynolds and John Silver just basically beat them up and get the win here with the Dark Destroyer.
That move that they tested last week or whatever it was,
Yeah,
it's like a Canadian Destroyer DDT tag team move. It's man, I want to see these guys go for the titles already. I want to see them guys carry some tag team belts.
well, with this win, they actually tied their win-loss record of their overall. So who knows what will happen? Hopefully, they'll start to get on the ranking system so they can actually get on the title shot, and so that the Bucks could stop hogging all the spotlight and everything.
Tell me about it.
So next we have our next match, which is the super bad Kip Sabian with Penelope Ford, no Miro, and he's first seen Fuego del Show. So Kick Sabian comes in, basically dominates the whole match. Fuego almost gets the tornado DDT, but he didn't get it.
Po Fuego.
Sabian does the Deathly Hollows for the win. What else can you say?
Which is like the drill claw, except without that pile driver movement.
Yeah.
The match was actually pretty good. Like Fuego consistently gives us good matches, and for a guy who's like really small, he's the butt of people's jokes on almost every vlog and thing he's on. But I'm behind Fuego. I want to see him actually get a contract in AEW eventually. Get that match with QT. QT, you ducking, bro. You ducking. I need to see that match. But overall, this match, pretty good. I knew going in, just off the train field, Fuego, that Kip Sabian was gonna win. So, and he was. Honestly, he was the best part of that match to me.
So next we have another tag team match. We have the Varsity Blondes, Flying Brian Pillman and Stunning Griff Garrison versus Captain Sean Dean, who is currently 0-30, which is the worst AEW win record.
Damn, who's 0-30?
Captain Sean Dean.
God damn.
And he has his new tag team partner, Charlie Bravo, and they look really good together. Hopefully, they'll start focusing on them. And hopefully, Captain Sean Dean gets his first victory.
Yo, my man, I would have quit. How you got worse than Cutler and Peter? Jesus. That's crazy.
Yep, 0-30. So I like this match a lot. This was basically to build up the Varsity Blondes as they're gonna face Ricky Starks and Brian Cage tomorrow on AEW.
This wasn't no squash match either. This was probably the match of the night, arguably.
Yeah.
They showcased both tag teams, even though we knew the other guys were, the jobbers of the situation. But both tag teams did look good. I probably wouldn't mind seeing the other tag team together again, and hopefully they build something up. But did what it was supposed to do. Yeah, I enjoyed this one.
They're both former Army. They both serve. So
they look like if GI Bro had offspring.
Yeah. So I hope that they start to get a victory soon, and who knows, maybe they'll be the next Acclaim, where two unknown guys just can get put together and make great tag team magic. So next we have Ryan Namath, the Hollywood Hunk, versus Mr. Big. I'm sorry, I can't say that. Aaron Solo, because he's solo now.
He's really solo now.
He's solo now.
He's really solo now. Aaron Solo versus Dolph Ziggler. I mean, Ryan Namath. This guy is more Dolph Ziggler than Dolph Ziggler is currently. When I look at him, I see 2006, early debut Dolph Ziggler. I just can't see past it.
I feel like this is real estate Dolph Ziggler.
I think this is the better version of Dolph Ziggler.
I think the Dolph Ziggler is like the Southern California Dolph Ziggler, and then this one is like the real estate Dolph Ziggler. Like,
well, last week we had the alternate universe Rey Mysterio on Dark Mysterioso, and with him he brings a lot of time changing elements. So I believe that's what's happening here. This is an alternate universe situation happening.
Yeah. So anyways, basically
The Mysterioso got you.
Yeah, you got the Mandela effect going on. And
Mysterioso
like Dolph
Steiner.
Ziggler and Ryan, like yo,
Yeah, so this is like
and the next thing you
if
know,
if Dolph Ziggler's concussion when he won the world championship, it knocked him into AEW. This is what it'd be like.
it's like people say that Kevin Steen and Kevin Owens are the same person, right? And it's kind of like they're not though. They're not the same person, like come on.
Nah, his brother's playing
Kevin Steen went to the orphanage
oh
forever,
06,
whatever,
oh
bro.
07. I gotta fact check myself on that because he could have been doing the Spirit Squad thing at that point. But early Dolph Ziggler when we actually enjoyed him.
Yeah. So, anyways, Dolph. I mean, Ryan. Ryan, right?
Ryan Ziggler. I mean,
Ryan.
Ryan, name it.
Ryan, name it. What's your name? It
What's your
kicks up the victory with some kind of neck breaker. It was kind of weird looking to me. I'm not sure how I like it, but
He was showing the fuck off in this match, man.
but
No pun intended on the Dolph Ziggler thing. I didn't even
yeah. But
intend that.
after the match, PPA, Pretty Peter Avalon, and Cesar Bononi show up, and they all start beating the fuck out of Mr. Solo. Because
Nah, he's solo.
he's
It looks like Peter Avalon's trying to have a pretty stable with the Hollywood hunk, Ryan Namath, and what did you mention the big guy's name was?
Cesar Bononi.
Cesar Manoni. So
Cesar
I haven't
Bononi.
actually seen him in action.
He was actually a former NXT person.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Anyways, good match overall. Like I said, Ryan Namath was showing off a lot. He was doing ironically his brother used to do it too. That kind of like he was but I think Dolph used to do it in sleeper hold, that he would do the handstand sleeper hold off the ground.
Yeah.
Ryan does this handstand with the armbar. So, a lot of allusions to his brother and stuff. I'm pretty sure they've trained together on numerous occasions. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Jokes aside, Ryan, is his own person, really great wrestler, young kid. So I look forward a lot. Of course, I'm gonna be that asshole and I'm a joke about Dolph Ziggler. So yeah. Ultimate Universe Dolph Ziggler, where he continued the gimmick.
So next we have women's tag team match. We have the women's tag team champions, Las Acarias.
I just peep. You just said the women's tag team champions.
And
You mean the women's gold medalists?
The women's tag team.
The female Kurt Angles of AEW.
The women's tag team participation awards.
Yeah, participation medals. Oh man, I can't believe those were technically the tag team championships. Horrible.
The knockout tag team championships.
Listen, yeah. If anything is gonna happen from that Impact shit, let's take those Impact knockout tag team championships away from them and remodel them in AEW's image.
And they're facing Miranda Alizé and Renee Michelle. Now Miranda Alizé, she used to be in a stable with the Amante and Ivelisse, which it shows a lot of story that's been going on during Dark. A couple of weeks ago when Alizé had her first match, they was looking at the TV and got disappointed when she lost to whoever it is that she lost to. And then we have Renee Michelle, who is
Renee Michelle debuted last week. So I'm glad they're using her consistently.
Her more often. Mm-hmm. And it was a pretty good match. They got very personal with Miranda Alizé, saying that she's not as good as they are, and that she was dead weight and everything. So at the end when they pick up the win, they actually beat her up even more, and
Yeah, and I think it's long overdue. I feel like I haven't seen Ivelisse and Diamante in a minute, so I'm glad to see them back. Let's hope we see them on Dynamite. Like that needs to happen.
Hopefully soon, when they could defend their
stop. They're not tag team belts. They're not championships. They are participation medals.
The participation medals to see if they could defend those.
It's sad, and Evilise is holding it up like.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. This is mine.
Oh God. All right, move on. Let's go.
So next we have another tag team match. We have Top Flight versus Tony Vega and Steven Stetson. And I didn't
This
like
wasn't the
match.
main event, was it?
No, I didn't like this match at all. I thought it was very sloppy. Both of them. I think.
I think it was long too, kind of
both,
drawn out.
Yeah, it was very drawn out, and it basically exposed both of these tag teams. And the second tag team isn't even was their first appearance on AEW. So it goes to show you
They need to have like a rule: if you're gonna debut new talent, at least have a veteran talent to support them in the first match.
Yeah, because this was nothing but garbage, guy.
Nothing but garbage, gang.
I don't think none of the spots went off right, and they was pretty sloppy, both of them on everything. Um, what can I say? It's Top Flight. They're still young, and
Yeah, they were like 19
and I think their
21
opponents was just as young as them. Um, this probably should have been a match for Dark. This probably should have been a match for um, I don't know, outlawmunchshow.com.
outlawmuscle.com. Nah, it should have just been an early match. It shouldn't have been this high in the card. You can, put the new talent, and especially if you're not gonna have the veterans kind of guide them through their first match on TV, because even though they're accustomed to the indie scene and God knows where they came from, and their experience, but you should always go in there to protect them. And if you're not going to protect them, don't put them this high in the card, where we just went through a whole shit ton of matches to get to this one, and you're trying to keep our interest for another couple matches to get to the main event. So I just think it was bad positioning. It wasn't so much that the match should have happened on Dark. This is the place for it, but just too high on the card.
I don't know. That's too high of an opinion. So next we have an 8-man tag match. We have um, the New Jersey Express, Joey Janela and Sonny Kiss with Bear Country, and they're facing Madu.
Was this the
Aaron
main event?
Fry, No, Daniel.
It should have been, because this shit took forever.
Shapiro. So
oh God, this match took forever.
This was another 8-man tag match that they put Sonny Kiss, Joey Janela, and Bear Country together, and it seems like it works probably because they're getting booked correctly, and they're facing a whole bunch of rag tag teams.
I need to see Joey Janela and Sonny Kiss separated. I need to see Sonny Kiss have his own time to shine and become his own person. I feel like they're hindering each other. They're not going anywhere. Like, what the fuck have they been doing the past 2 years in AEW? Nothing. Either of them. Sonny Kiss is supposed to be someone who's a spokesman for the LGBTQ community. He was someone AEW was heavily focusing on to promote inclusivity, to promote that inclusion of that community. So why the fuck is he on Dark? And why the fuck he isn't doing it? I don't want to hear that he's green, because the guy's athletic. He's, however he sees himself, whatever pronoun he takes, he's amazing in the ring. So of course he has to work on the probably the promos and the character aspect, but pairing him with Joey Janela isn't helping. And Joey Janela, bro, hasn't been doing shit in AEW. They pin dropped him in a match with Darby for no reason, and then before that hasn't done anything in a long time. So I need them, either if you're not gonna do something together, separate them, let them do something separate. Put Joey in a whole bunch of hardcore matches or something.
Put him in the exploding barbed wire match.
So cringe. So cringe.
So, but anyways, we have Bear Country, and they come out looking strong as ever. It's good to see that we have a legit strong tag team like them. Kind of like how do you say um Otis and Tucker. What was this? Heavy Machinery.
Heavy
That's right.
machinery.
Kind of like that, but a little bit different. So you know, Joey Janela, Sonny Kiss, and Bear Country get the win. And let's get into the next match, which we have PPA, Pretty Peter Avalon with Cesar Bonone versus Ryzen and AJ's favorite
Yeah, I skimmed through this match,
AJ's favorite dark competitor Baron Black.
and that's probably why I skimmed through this match. I didn't watch. I didn't really watch. I didn't really care to watch this match.
So it was pretty good. You have PPA and Cesar Bononi, which is obviously the ones who they're trying to put the spotlight on. Um, it is Peter's gimmick. It's funny, but it really hinders on his performance in the ring on what he can and can't do. Because it's like he doesn't want to get hit in the face, and it makes like he's a good heel, but it's like he could also wrestle too. So he's like, can you put a little bit more wrestling ability? Because you're already getting paired with Cesar Bononi, and he's already like green as hell. It's not like you gotta put at least put in a little bit more work to put your tag team over, because you gotta understand that even though he's a big guy, he's still green. So it's not a good message of the tag team yet. But they still end up with the win, and Peter Avalon and Cesar Bononi, they're just trying to come out, and who knows, maybe they'll
Yeah,
get
well,
the
I
tag
should
team
have probably
shots.
not skimmed just to get a good idea of who what Cesar Manoni brings to the table. So I'm sad I actually did skim through that, but I'm just I don't want to see a Baron Black match. He sucks. I'm sorry. I just don't. I don't gravitate to him. The whole gimmick, everything. Even though he's trying to change it little by little, which I actually do applaud. But took it takes it out of me even wanting to watch it. And as far as Pretty Peter Avalon, the the comedy is there. It's okay, but these guys, I know they're not going anywhere. And it's like I just seen you go through a whole year build with Brandon Cutler, and you're right back into a joke gimmick that's like I really don't see you getting any success with it as a dark, thing. Okay, but will I ever come to believe that Pretty Peter is gonna have a TNC championship?
I believe it.
I don't.
He's gonna be the face of TNT,
Ugh.
a pretty face.
Yeah,
You look like Peter when you did that.
because I had to poke my nose out when I did that.
So next we have women's match. We have uh the former Queen of Crazy, Kylan King, versus Tessa Price. And this was a pretty good match. They've been trying to build up Kylan King for a little while now. And she's I like Kylan King. She's definitely has a future in AEW. Especially with some of the other female wrestlers not putting in so much work and everything. But it seems like Kylan King definitely can work and everything, which is why she's starting to pick up wins over the various other female dark competitors. And I really like her finisher, which is basically like she lifts them up and then slams them on their face, which is the Kingdom Falls. Um, and she picks up the win here. So, what do you think?
This is probably what like the second or third time I've seen Kaylin personally. Um, I don't have really anything negative to say about her in general. I think she's pretty dope. I just need to see more. I need to see like I'm tired of seeing like the faces on dark that we've already seen a couple of times. I want to mix with new people who are also green. Like I said, I need to see more veterans mixed in on dark, and I need to see particularly with the women. I need to see more mixing of some veterans with these new people coming in because it's hard to. believe in both of them or put stake in this match when it's like Kaylin King has barely got a footing herself, you know. So I don't know. I won't knock the match. It was really good. I just want to see more from the women's division in general. I feel like I don't want to see Kaylin with a newcomer. I want to see Kaylin finally with someone with like Evilise,
I
Diamante.
mean, they did have her have a match on Dynamite a couple weeks ago. I think it was like a losing effort against I think like Sheeta.
No,
But
Sheeta hasn't been on in
no,
probably like 3 weeks now,
it
four
was
weeks.
somebody. She was facing somebody. Where she lost, but I think Tessa should have probably got the win over this one because it's probably good to build up two different females right now, and Tessa Price is always there, but you got Kylie King always picking up the pinfalls and victories. It's good to maybe get like a little bit of 50-50 bookie with this one,
Mhm.
so they could try to elevate, uh, you know,
Elevate, yeah,
elevate both of them.
yeah.
So next we got the event of the night. We have the
Felt like a couple
veterans.
of them were trying to be the main event. There was at least 4 matches that went good 15-20 minutes.
Yeah, so we got the veterans, SCU, Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian, and they're facing the Seidel brothers, Matt and Mike,
So we got a triple
and
threat tag team
also,
match.
yep, and also the hybrid two at Helico and Jack Evans, and this is I have to pick. This is definitely the best match of the night.
Yeah, being the main event and the combination they were definitely, it definitely took the spot of the main event of the match of the night for me. Um, this is for me finally the highlight for me was hybrid 2.
Yeah,
You're finally getting showcased more. You're finally getting mixed in with other tag teams. Did I like who won? No, but storyline wise, it makes sense. SCU pulled off the win, and their storyline going on was Kaz made a deal with Christopher Daniels that the next time they lose, that was it. So keeping them winning on Dark makes a lot of sense. So going into this, I kind of figured SCU was gonna win, but honestly, it could have went either way. I like all three tag teams. Um, yeah, I can't give it better praise. Honestly, this really was the match of the night.
yeah, I agree. Like I said, you have the veterans SCU, which are great no matter what. High flying technical ability, 20 plus years, 40 combined. Um, then you have the hybrid two at Helico, which is a Mexican submission artist, and you have Jack Evans, who is also amazing. And then you also have the Seidel brothers, who are, is basically like a whole bunch of different styles that mixed
And
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 that so
and that was the
well.
biggest part of this match. Even though it was a tag team match and they could have went like the tornado route, being as though it was three teams at once, they actually was doing the tag in thing. So we were seeing a lot of good one-on-one matchups within this match. So we got a good time with Christopher Daniels versus and Helico and Jack Evans, and Kazarian got his time in. We had the Seidel brothers mixing in with a couple of them. So we kind of got a bunch of little mini matches within this match, and then with the tag team element, yeah, it was definitely good. If I give this one a number, I would rate it probably a good 8.
Yeah, me too. So yeah, that's the end. Oh wait, Christopher Daniels and Frank Kazarian pick up the win after Kaz hits reverse DDT. And yeah, SCU stays together for the win. Everybody goes home
Yep.
happy.
So
And that was our episode of Dark. Obviously this is our favorite match. But you can watch the other ones on YouTube. Like I said, go watch the legit Layla Hurst match. I would say go watch the Jurassic Express match,
mhm.
the Dark Order match, any ones
Yeah,
that you want to
my well,
stand
you
out.
pretty much just said my top three. In
Main,
no particular order, I'd put the SCU main event, Dark Order, and Jurassic Express. Those two matches, honestly, same match. Like same, they've been given the same type of match. Something new to look forward to. a lot of good tag team action. Those two teams gel like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So any of the three of those matches could have easily taken the match of the night for me. But there was
Also,
just too much combination going on in the main event.
also Eddie Kingston and JD Drake was pretty good, and Max Caster versus Mark.
I'm not really. I like brawler style when it comes to the Eddie Kingston and that match he had. I like brawler style if it's against an opposing style. Two brawlers for me is like, okay, how much slugfest are we gonna get into? When is somebody gonna do an actual move? So it could be hit or miss. For me, it was more hit on this one than miss. But I'm not usually a fan of two brawlers mixing it up, because for me then it's just boxing with a little bit of street element.
Yeah. Yep. So that being said,
Yeah, so we can do this all day, right? Where can they find you, Focus?
So you can find me at 10th Street _Muyo on Instagram. Send all your hate mail to E.A on Instagram and on Twitter and all of that stuff.
EA's
Find
on
us
finals
on-
week, so let's bombard his emails.
Yeah, make sure
For
that
when he
he
comes
gets
back,
distracted.
he gets super not that he gets distracted, but that he gets so bombarded with
He's getting
emails
distracted.
and hate messages that he won't take a day off.
And then on top of that, let's also make sure that you share our videos to everybody. And
Yeah, so let's tell them where we can find them, and pretty much you can find us collectively at Kayfabe Avenue on Instagram, on Twitter, on the Facebook group. Join the conversation, like, share, and subscribe on our YouTube channel at Kayfabe Avenue, and support us. So speaking of subscribing, click on that support link on Anchor podcast, on Apple and Spotify, on all major streaming podcast platforms at Kayfabe Avenue. So keep the lights on, keep this Kayfabe Avenue train moving. And with that being said, this has been Kayfabe Avenue. That was Kayfabe Focus. I am Kayfabe AJ. This was the Dark Wrap Up. Kenny, take us home.
Bye and good.